shots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Gets it out quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time today. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Kalani Sitake got this Cougar program back in the national spotlight last season. 11 wins, and boy, did they do a great job in finishing off close games.
And boy, are they fun to watch. You talk about close games. Yes, they won those, but fake punts, fake field goals, going for it on 4th down, like BYU's brand of football, Palmer, is always entertaining.
It's always entertaining. I remember a little while ago, people were wondering how they were going to fare in the Big 12, but they've proven that they can compete for a conference championship, and who knows this year, maybe take the next step to the CFP.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Prime play action. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Now, in that ethereal realm of BYU quarterbacks like Ty Detmer and Steve Young, Jake Retzloff has a chance to claim a spot in there, David. 11-2 a season ago, just missed a playoff. If they can get to the CFP, what does it mean for a program like this?
It would be huge. I mean, BYU is a good program, but nobody looks at them as an elite program. So they could perform at that level. And listen, it's going to be Retzloff. He's that guy. Like, he's scrambling, throwing, making plays. Kind of had a knack for big plays last year. So if he builds on that, watch out.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Retzloff. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's 3rd and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range, and you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the Cougars started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Under fire. He's got it on the move. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. This quarterback part of their running game. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Cardinal pen deep in their own end, looking for a little room here on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. On the move. Running to Green. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Brown wants to pass. Throwing right. Got his man. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football on air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He's got his man. It's a seam wide open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. He makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. To throw, it's Retzlaff. Pulls it in, it's Roberts. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wants to throw on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes! This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeier. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Caught in the backfield, it's Bachmeier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a second down play. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. He's got him. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
This BYU offense set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Hagan. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Handoff to the single running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
To the air, it's Retzlaff. Got it in the middle, it's Ryan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They'll try the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We've reached the break. BYU is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
This Stanford offense is humming. Set up with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Brown will throw it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Stanford! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off play action on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hagan. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. The sure hands, it's Bachmeier. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give on the option. Running into the open space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He lost one down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. Tries to get it on the ground. Touchdown, Cougars. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They're going to run it. Touchdown, BYU! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Brown wants to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Caught close to the marker, it's Hall. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this in this drive.
Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Brown will throw it. Gets it out fast. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone.